Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Okay, so now we are here. It's on. We take the Krishna book.
Yeah.
Krishna. Today, actually, we are going to finish this book, first part.
Yeah.
Well, we will go till 10. No need for us to stretch. Correct? Only
Yeah.
we are everyday meeting. No problem. Why delay?
Yeah.
Okay. It is said that Yashisha, Yuri.
Yeah. Pradyumna and Rukmini.
Yeah.
It is said that Cupid, who is directly part and parcel of Lord Vasudeva and who was formerly burnt to ashes, anger of
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. No.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhu ji.
Chalo. Chalo, Shisha.
Yeah. To the ashes by the anger of Lord Shiva took birth in the womb of Rukmini, begotten by Krishna. This is Kamadeva. This is Kamadeva, a demigod of heavenly planets, especially capable of inducing lusty desires, the supreme personality of Godhead. Krishna has many grades of parts and parcels, but quadruple expansions of Krishna, Vasudeva, Sankarsana, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha are directly in Vishnu category. Kama, or the Cupid demigod, who later on took his birth in the womb of Rukmini, was also named Pradyumna, but he cannot be the Pradyumna of Vishnu category. He belongs to the category of demigods. He was a part and parcel of super prowess of Pradyumna. That is the verdict of the Goswamis. Therefore, when Cupid was burnt into ashes by the anger of Lord Shiva, he merged into the body of Vasudeva. And in order to get his body again, he was begotten by Lord Krishna himself. He was directly released from his body in the womb of Rukmini and was born as the son of Krishna, celebrated by the name Pradyumna. Because he was begotten by Lord Krishna directly, his qualities were more similar to those of Krishna.
Yes, Shisha.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Pooja, Hare Krishna. You can hear us?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. So we have, so this is about Pradyumna. We are discussing today about Pradyumna.
Okay.
Rukmini, first wife. Okay, now it's okay. The first son, and who is this Pradyumna? And this is not the Pradyumna of the four quadruple.
This is Kamadeva.
Krishna, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. This is Kamadeva. He actually went to, just like he tries, throwing the arrow of lusty desire. He tried on Vishwamitra, who collapsed to Menu. He is a Cupid. He is a principle of Cupid. I think Cupid principle is there in other religions also. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Naresh.
Yeah, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Welcome.
Hare Krishna.
I think you came previously also once.
No, Prabhu, first time.
First time. Please introduce yourself. Where are you?
Yeah, I'm from Mumbai.
Oh, where?
Tilak Nagar.
Where do you go? Which temple of you go? Juhu, Chapati?
Recently, I missed the everything, but I visited Jew temple.
Oh, you sometime visited. You were chanting Hare Krishna?
And now, no, Prabhu.
Okay. I hope this program will help you.
Yeah, Prabhu.
Welcome. Okay? And here we are Dr. Shisha. Shisha is a leading doctor in Bangalore.
Okay.
And here is America. She is in the line of physiotherapy. Another devotee. Oh, background or take sound stick. Any sound come on the background? You can mute yourself. Mute, unmute, mute, and mute. You're all connected via mobile. Vish?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have a sign where you said call. There is mute, unmute.
Okay.
When we are speaking, that time unmute, other. But this is on record now. This class will be recorded. Okay. Thank you, Naresh. Okay. So this is how it happens. This is Jiva Tattva. This Pradyumna. Actually, Pradyumna is Vishnu Tattva. Vasudeva Pradyumna Aniruddha. This is Vishnu Tattva, Sankarshana. This is not, this Pradyumna who is born as Krishna and Rukmini is not Vishnu Tattva. He's a Jiva Tattva. Kamadeva is a Jiva Tattva. But he has the privilege to be born through Krishna. So that is his blessing. Now he will be blessed. Okay. Nupur Mataji, our reader, start up.
Yes, Prabhuji. Sorry, I was late, but I got here as fast as I can.
There was a demon.
Okay. There was a demon of the same Sambara who was destined to be killed by this Pradyumna. This Sambara demon knew of his destiny, and as soon as he learned that Pradyumna was born, he took the shape of a woman and kidnapped the baby from the maternity home less than 10 days after his birth. The demon took him and threw him directly in the sea. But as it is said, whoever is protected by Krishna, no one can kill. And whoever is destined to be killed by Krishna, no one can protect. When Pradyumna was thrown into the sea, a big fish immediately swallowed him. Later on, this fish was caught by the net of a fisherman, and the fish was later on sold to the Sambara demon. In the kitchen of the demon, there was a maidservant whose name was Mayavati. This woman had formerly been the wife of Cupid and had been called Rati. When the fish was presented to the demon Sambara, it was taken charge of by his cook, who was to make it into a palatable fish preparation. Demons and Rakshasas are accustomed to eat meat, fish, and similar non-vegetarian foods.
Samajh aa gaya? Everybody understood who eats meat and fish? Demons and Rakshasas. Okay, so please don't eat meat and fish. Directly says. So at least till now we can understand. Sambara. But anyway, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement is mercy movement. It doesn't matter. Prabhupada, he went to America and he was preaching all were meat eaters, woman hunters, drunkards, drug addicts. It's his great mercy he could lift them. Now, Pradyumna moment he was born, he had some personal enmities, So this Shambara was to be killed by him, destined. So the moment Pradyumna was born, he came and he threw him into the ocean. Just 10 days, he kidnapped. Surprisingly, Krishna is allowed. Why did Shisha Krishna allow? Krishna knows everything. He is son, he is not protecting.
Which one, Prabhu?
Why did Krishna allow Pradyumna to be kidnapped? He's his son, no? He has to protect his son.
Then he has to get married to this one, Rati.
Yeah, Krishna knows. Anyways, protection is there. Krishna can protect it so many ways. And he's protected. Whoever cannot be killed. So anyway, the child was thrown and a big fish swallowed him. And then the same demon, he got the fish in his house. And now it's going to happen. Okay. Next, similarly, other, continue, Nupur Mataji.
Similarly, other demons like Ravana, Kamsa, and Hiranyakashipu, although born of Brahmana and Kshatriya fathers, used to take meat and flesh without discrimination. This practice is still prevalent in India, and those who are meat and fish eaters are generally called demons and Rakshasas.
Prabhupada is very blank and straight. But when you go to meet people, even though you have meat eaters, don't say you're a demon. They will not listen to you. In fact, when I do preaching among public, I bring meat little late. In the beginning class, you tell meat, it's all over. People don't want to listen to you anymore because their plate is every day. It's something very personal when you hit their plate. But it is, if you want to advance the spiritual life, we should give up meat eating. That is recommended. Yeah. Then,
When the cook was cutting the fish, he found a nice baby within the belly of the fish, and he immediately presented him to the charge of Mayavati, who was an assistant in the kitchen affairs. This woman was surprised to see how such a nice baby could remain within the belly of a fish, and the situation perplexed her. The great sage Narada then appeared and explained to her about the birth of Pradyumna, how the baby had been taken away by Sambara and later on thrown into the sea, and so on. In this way, the whole story was disclosed to Mayavati, who had formerly been Rati, the wife of Cupid. Mayavati knew that she had previously been the wife of Cupid. After her husband was burnt into ashes by the wrath of Lord Shiva, she was always expecting him to come back again in the material form. This woman was engaged for cooking rice and dal in the kitchen. But when she got this nice baby and understood that he was Cupid, her own husband, she naturally took charge of him and with great affection began to bathe him. Miraculously, the baby very swiftly grew up, and within a very short period, he became a very beautiful young man. His eyes were
yeah, we can't hear you.
down to the knees.
No, we can't hear you. Be clear.
So,
His eyes were, yeah,
oh,
yeah.
his eyes and his arms were very long down to the knees. Happened to see him became captivated by his bodily beauty.
Okay, so now till
Mayavati could
wait,
understand that her
wait.
former
Can understand this much. So what has happened now till now? The story the Pradyumna has been stolen. Somehow Krishna has allowed, and it's thrown into the ocean by the demon Shambhara, and then he's eaten by a fish. The child and somehow remains alive because he is not ordinary. He is the Cupid demon. He could somehow survive. Anybody will die. Thrown into the water and by a fish, you'll not survive. He's swallowed by the fish. Fishes don't eat, no, they just swallow, no? Yeah.
Then Amrita they drink.
They don't eat, they just swallow. Many fishes, he open their mouth and they swallow. So he survived, and she was shocked when she opened the fish. A beautiful baby was there inside the fish and alive. And she recognized because Narada had come and told what's the whole story. And then she took charge of him with great affection, kept bathing, and miraculously, because he's not ordinary, he's a Devata Puk. He came into the full size and became a very beautiful young man, looking like Krishna. His eyes were like petals of lotus flower, arms were very long, down to the knees. Any woman happened to see him were captivated by his bodily beauty. He was Cupid is now Pradyumna is a description of Pradyumna now in full form. Next. Yes, continue. Prabhuji, Mataji, something was there. Last time voice
Oh,
started cracking. Let us see.
okay. Mayavati could understand that her former husband Cupid, born as Pradyumna, had grown into such a nice young man. And she also gradually became captivated and lusty. She was smiling before him with a feminine attractiveness, expressing her desire for sexual unity. He therefore inquired from her, how is it possible that first of all you were affectionate like a mother, and now you are expressing the symptoms of a lusty woman? What is the reason for such a change? On hearing this statement from Pradyumna, the woman Rati replied, my dear sir, you are the son of Lord Krishna. Before you were 10 days old, you were stolen by the Sambara demon and later on thrown into the water and swallowed up by the fish. In this way, you have come under my care. But actually, in your former life as Cupid, I was your wife. Therefore, my manifestation of conjugal symptoms is not at all incompatible. Sambara wanted to kill you, and he is endowed with various kinds of mystic powers. Therefore, he again attempts to kill you. Please kill him as soon as possible with your divine power. Since you were stolen by Sambara, your mother Rukmini Devi has been in a very grievous condition, like a cuckoo bird who has lost her babies. She is very affectionate toward you, and since you have been taken away from her, she has been living like a cow agreed over the loss of its calf.
Okay. So now tells him that you know what's the position, where are you, who are you, the child, and how she's related to him from the previous birth. Yes, continue.
Mayavati had mystic knowledge of supernatural power. Supernatural powers are generally known as Maya, and to supersede all such supernatural power, there is another supernatural power which is called Mahamaya. Mayavati had the knowledge of mystic power of Mahamaya, and she delivered to Pradyumna this specific energetic power in order to defeat the mystic powers of the Sambara demon. Thus, being empowered by his wife, Pradyumna immediately went before Sambara and challenged him to a fight. Pradyumna began to address him in a very strong language, so that his temper might be agitated and he would be moved to fight. At Pradyumna's words, the demon Sambara became insulted, felt just like a snake feels after being struck by one's leg. A serpent cannot tolerate being kicked by another animal or by a man, and he immediately bites the opponent. Sambara felt the words of Pradyumna as if they were a kick. He immediately took his club in his hand and appeared before Pradyumna to
Fight.
fight. In great anger, he began to beat Pradyumna with his club, just as a thunderbolt beats a mountain. The demon, who was also groaning and making a noise like a thundering cloud. Pradyumna protected himself with his own club, and eventually he struck the demon very severely. In this way, the fighting between Sambharasura and Pradyumna began very seriously.
Yeah. So
But
very nice. Just right. And okay. So now this is going on. They are now getting ready for a fight. Chalo, continue. Fight has started.
Sambara knew the art of mystic powers and could raise himself in the sky and fight from outer space. There is another demon of the name Maya, and Sambarasura learned many mystic powers from him. He thus raised himself high in the sky and began to throw various types of nuclear weapons at the body of Pradyumna. In order to combat the mystic powers of Sambarasura, Pradyumna remembered another mystic power known as Mahavidya, which was different from the black mystic power. The Mahavidya mystic power is based on the quality of goodness. Understanding that his enemy was formidable, Sambara took assistance from various kinds of demonic mystic powers belonging to the Guhyakas, the Gandharvas, the Pishachas, the snakes, and the Rakshasas. But But although the demon exhibited his mystic powers and took shelter of supernatural strength, Pradyumna was able to counteract his strength and powers by the superior power of Mahavidya. When Sambarasura was defeated in every respect, Pradyumna then took his sharpened sword and immediately cut off the demon's head, which was decorated with a helmet and valuable jewels. When Pradyumna thus killed the demon, all the demigods in the higher planetary systems began to shower flowers on him.
Okay, this is understood.
Hmm.
It's easy. Fight happened. Pradyumna has won the fight. He used Mahavidya and he used some, just like Tantra, Pantara people use, that's lower. And then there is a higher is Mahavidya through the Devatas. Somebody was telling me, Tamasic people worship. No, if you want to harm somebody, you worship ghost. If you want to enjoy, you worship Devatas. And if you want to go back to spirituality, you worship Krishna. Huh? Is it like that, Shishu? Many Tantra is used for harming somebody,
Yeah, Prabhu. That black magic. That is
Generally,
black magic.
Tamasic people use it for some harming somebody.
Yeah. Black magic, harming somebody.
Not for good. You don't do good with for somebody.
Yeah.
That's why it's called black magic, correct?
Yeah, black magic. Yeah.
And if it doesn't harm that person, it harms you. I heard.
Then return comes and harms that.
Somebody it has to harm.
Yeah.
Doesn't harm that person, it will harm you.
But reactions are there.
Huh?
Reactions are there.
Reactions.
At all that reactions there. Yeah.
Hello. So he has won. Pradumna has Krishna's son has won the war. Okay, and he has killed the Shambhasura. Okay, then now what happens?
Pradyumna's wife Mayavati could travel in outer space, and therefore they directly reached his father's capital, Dwaraka, by the airways. They passed above the palace of Lord Krishna and began to come down as a cloud comes down with lightning. The inner section of a palace is known as Antahapura, private apartment. Apartments. Pradyumna and Mayavati could see that there were many women there, and they sat down among them. When the women saw Pradyumna dressed in bluish garments with very long arms, curling hair, beautiful eyes, and a smiling reddish face, jewelry, and ornaments, they first of all could not recognize him as Pradyumna, a personality different from Krishna. They all felt themselves to be very much blessed by the sudden presence of Krishna, and they wanted to hide in different corner of the palace.
Correct. So now, first thing they thought Krishna has come. And the nature, a woman is always shy, and they are now suddenly embarrassed. Arey, he has come, they're running here. Okay, next one.
When the woman saw, however, that the characteristics of Krishna were not present in the personality of Pradyumna, out of curiosity, they came back again to see him and his wife Mayavati. All of them were conjecturing as to who he was, for he was so beautiful. Among the women was Rukmini Devi, who was equally beautiful with her lotus like eyes. Seeing Pradyumna, she naturally remembered her own son, and milk began to flow from her breast out of motherly affection. She then began to wonder, who is this beautiful young boy? He appears to be the most beautiful person. Who is the fortunate young woman able to give birth to this nice boy in her womb and because become his mother? And who is that young woman who has accompanied him? How have they met? Remembering my own son, who was stolen even from the maternity home, I can only guess that if he is living somewhere, he might have grown by this time to be like this boy. Simply by intuition, Rukmini could understand that Pradyumna was her own lost son. She could also observe that Pradyumna resembled Lord Krishna in every aspect. She was struck with wonder as to how he acquired all the symptoms of Krishna. She therefore began to think more confidently that the boy must be her own grown up son, because she felt such much affection for him, and as an auspicious sign, her left arm was trembling.
Okay, so now she is recognized, she is recognizing this is not Krishna, but might be a son. That's what is happening. Correct. At that moment.
At that very moment, Lord Krishna, along with his father and mother, Devaki and Vasudev, appeared on the scene. Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, could understand everything, yet in that situation he remained silent. However, by the desire of Lord Shri Krishna, the great sage Narada also appeared on the scene, and he began to disclose all the incidences. How Pradyumna had been stolen from the maternity home, and how he had grown up and had come there with his wife Mayavati, who formerly had been Rati, the wife of Cupid. When everyone was informed of the mysterious disappearance of Pradyumna and how he had grown up, they all became struck with wonder because they had gotten back their dead son after they were almost hopeless of his return. When they understood that it was Pradyumna who was present, they began to receive him with great delight. One after the other, all the members of the family, Devaki, Vasudev, Lord Shri Krishna, Lord Balaram, and Rukmini, and all the women of the family began to embrace both Pradyumna and his wife Mayavati, When the news of Pradyumna's return was spread all over the city of Dwarka, all the astonished citizens began to come with great anxiety to see the lost Pradyumna. They began to say, "The dead son has come back. What can be more pleasing than this?"
Correct. For any mother, that's really anything, no, not so pleasing. And one thing is there, Shisha, how much they trust Narada, huh? Isn't it?
Yeah,
He comes and
everything.
they accept it, isn't it?
Yeah,
Even Mayavati accepted, even Ravana accepted, even Kamsa. Everybody accepts
yeah.
it. Even Danavas accept it. Everybody likes him. And he has no fear of it because he is not envious of it. His heart is pure. He's wishing well for everybody. He goes to palace, he goes to the lion's den. He's not scared. And anyway, he's totally surrendered to the Lord. He goes for goodwill.
Yeah.
And he doesn't disturb Krishna's pastime. He always sweetens the pastime. Correct? Even though looks, discussing Devatas and Danava, they disturb Krishna's Leela, but pure devotee, they don't disturb. They sweeten the Leela of the Lord. Correct? Isn't it? He's coming here, there. He went to the wife of Cupid, and he told her, "Who is this person?"
Yeah.
And she accepted the word as truth. And here also, Rukmani is doubtful, who is this boy? Again, they accepted Narada as what he says as truth. So this is a way of advancing spiritual life. Narada is a guru. If Prabhupada said, if you catch the truth, you immediately advance in spiritual life. Correct?
Yeah.
Prabhupada said it's good to doubt because in this world there is so much cheating, but you should never doubt authority like Narada. They're not doubting at all. They're not asking what is the proof. Rukmani is saying, what is the proof? No. Narada said, accept it.
Yeah.
Even the demons are about to kill Prahlad Maharaj. The Devatas are about to kill Prahlad Maharaj. Correct? In the womb. They're planning. And Narada said, no, he's not a demon. He's a great devotee of Krishna. You can't kill also if you want. And they accepted his word. They didn't say, what is the proof? So if people want to advance the spiritual life and anything is coming in Guru Parampara, they should just accept it. There is no question of doubting it. Correct? Krishna told Arjuna, fight. There is no question of doubting. It's coming from the Lord himself. Do it. Just do it. Anna, what is a Shisha?
Yeah.
So the principle we can learn is just like Narada, everybody accepting an authority. We should also accept Narada as an authority and we advance.
Narada and Prabhupada.
Even demons accept him.
Prabhupada is also like that.
Even demons accept him. At least they respect him. Anna?
Yeah.
They know he has nothing. Dhira, adhira, janapriya. That great devotees are so wonderful. Even dhira, adhira, all kind of people. Dhira means if you are dhira, then you are divine. When you can control your senses, that is dhir. Adhir means he is restless. He is not a demon. So both adhira, adhira, janapriya, the great saints like Narada are dear to everybody. Okay, continue. Yes, Mataji, one more paragraph.
Srila Sukadeva Goswami has explained that in the beginning, all the residents of the palace, who were all mothers and stepmothers of Pradyumna, mistook him to be Krishna and were all bashful, infected by the desire for conjugal love. The explanation is that Pradyumna's personal appearance is exactly like Krishna, and he was factually Cupid himself. There was no cause of astonishment, therefore, when the mothers of Pradyumna and other women mistook him in that way. It is clear from the statement that Pradyumna's bodily characteristics were so similar to Krishna's that he was mistaken to be Krishna even by his mother. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport of the 54th chapter of Krishna. Pradyumna born to Krishna and Rukmani. Thus ends the volume 1 of Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Yes, we finished 50% of Krishna. And it has taken us more than a year. Something like 50, 60 classes are over. You know that? But anyway, we're hearing about Krishna. It is Krishna's child. We are hearing Krishna is in the center. So it is Krishna, 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 Krishna. Everywhere, you see. They thought it to be Krishna. So he was so similar to Krishna in the beginning, they thought he is Krishna, but later they could understand that certain marks are not there. What are the marks, Shisha, which they could have understood?
That flag, this thunderbolt.
Shivasa mark.
Srivasa, Srivasa.
Kaustuba jewel. This is Dwarka. Kaustuba is there. Correct? Not Vrindavan. Vrindavan Krishna doesn't wear all the jewels, maybe, है ना? But Dwarka full jeweled. Okay. Yes, Nupur Mataji, can you tell the story in a brief of Preeti? Preeti, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Preeti.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Where are you now? You are in Pune, you said last time. Hare Krishna, you are in Pune? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji, I'm in Pune.
Okay, then coming for Janmashtami. You can plan. Please plan up.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Don't worry. We will look for your accommodation. Not a big deal. This is on Sunday, Janmashtami. Okay? Second, now you can try. Saturday, Sunday is holiday. So you can come Saturday, sleep on Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday early morning you can go back. Right? You can work out now. Okay?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Really nice. Tell your other friends also, Neha.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Then
We're there in the Bangalore.
how your chanting is going on?
Yes, Prabhuji. My chanting is going properly.
2, 4, 8.
8, Prabhuji.
Oh, that's great. That's very serious. Nupur Mataji, can you just summarize
Yes,
it?
Prabhuji.
Just summarize for us.
Yes. So this story is about Pradyumna, who was born of Krishna and Rukmini Devi. So so it is said that Pradyumna was Cupid in his former life, and he was burned to ashes by Lord Shiva. So after that, he took birth in the material world, but no, at that time when his soul was when he was burned to ashes by Lord Shiva, his soul was went into the body of Vasudev. So he was born to Lord Krishna in this material world directly by Lord Krishna into Rukmani Devi. She and then the story goes that just 10 days within his birth, he was kidnapped by the demon Sambarasura. Sambarasura kidnapped him, and he threw the baby into the water.
Ocean, yeah.
Ocean, yes. So, but of course, he was Pradyumna, the Lord, the son of Lord Shri Krishna, so he was protected always. So this baby was swallowed by a fish, a big fish. Now this fish was caught by a fisherman, and the fisherman sold it to Sambarasura. So Sambarasura came back with the fish, and he'd asked the cook to make a palatable fish dish. So as soon as the cook cut the belly of the fish, he found a nice baby within the belly. So she. So the cook endorsed the baby to Mayavati. What was her name? Yeah, Mayavati.
Mayavati.
Who was actually the wife of Cupid in the former life.
What are
And
what is the name in the previous life? Rati.
Rati. So her Rati was the wife of Cupid in previous life. But now she had taken birth into the material and was always looking for her husband. Now when she found this new baby, she had motherly affection, and she started to bathe the baby. But within a very short time, this baby grew completely. He was grown completely into a grown man, and Mayavati, who was Rati, she started getting attracted to him as a wife get attracted to his husband. So Pradyumna was. They described Pradyumna's bodily features. They were almost similar to Krishna, but he was not exactly. He was not all Vishnu Tattva. He was different because he was from
He's a Jiva.
Jiva Tattva. He was a Jiva Tattva.
Then what happened? Narada comes now.
Oh yes, Yes, sorry. So Narada before, so Pradyumna, he's astonished he's asking suddenly, how come you have motherly affection for me before and now you have different affection for me as a woman has for a man. So then sage Narada comes, right, Prabhuji?
Correct. Right. He comes little
Yeah.
before. Then
Okay. So he comes and he explains to Pradyumna that Mayavati was your wife in previous life. No, sorry. He explains to Narada had already come before, and he had explained to Rati that this is Pradyumna who was your husband in your former life. And since Mayavati had knowledge of all the previous, she had knowledge of previous lives, and she was a spiritual woman. Um, so she explained to Pradyumna that um, I was your wife in the previous life. That's why me getting attracted to you right now is not very astonishing. It's normal. So then she told Pradyumna the story of how he was kidnapped and he went into the belly of the fish and then she found him. And she told him that you are the son of Lord Krishna and Rukmini Devi, and now you have to go back to the palace to because Rukmini Devi is.
before that, he has to kill the demon.
Oh yeah, oh yes, yes, yes. So she told him that Sambarasura is your enemy and you have to kill him. So she gave him, she was a supernatural woman, so she gave him a lot of mystic powers, was transferred to him by Mayavati into Pradyumna, and then he went to Sambarasura and he challenged him for a fight. After Sambarasura also had mystic powers, but he had taken all his mystic powers from demons, pishachas, rakshasas, and gandharvas, and etc. Guhyakas. And then, but Pradyumna also had knowledge of other mystic powers, and one of them was called as Mahavidya, which was a mystic power of goodness. And in within a short time, Pradyumna killed Sambarasura. He cut off his head, and all the demigods were pleased with this, and they started showering flowers on him. After that, Rati and Pradyumna, she told him that now you have to go back to the palace because Rukmini Devi is very much aggrieved because of her lost son. So they both take a plane and they fly through the airways and they land in the palace of Dwarka. And as Pradyumna emerges from the plane, he saw a lot of women over there in the palace in the inner courtyard. So all the women were suddenly struck. They were attracted to this person, and they were like, "Who is this boy?"
They thought.
And they thought he was Krishna himself, and they started getting
But
attracted to him for in a way of conjugal love. So, but then they realized that he is not all exactly like
certain
Krishna. He
marks
has
are
some
missing.
qualities different. Huh?
Certain marks are missing.
Oh, the marks
Certain
are missing. Yes, yes, the marks like Srivatsa on his chest and Kaustubha Mani, um, those were missing from his body. So they started thinking, okay, so this is not Krishna. Who is this boy exactly? In that also, Rukmini Devi was also present, and she was like, by her intuition, she realized that this is Pradyumna, her long lost son, and since he looks also like Krishna, but all the marks were absent, so this has to be her son, who was very beautiful looking. Um,
Then
and suddenly,
Krishna appears with Vasudeva and Devaki.
yes, Krishna appears with Vasudev and Devaki at that moment. Uh, and but in this time, Rukmini was also getting attracted to him. So, anyways, Shri Krishna appears with Vasudev and Devaki, and even though he knew everything, he remained silent. After that, sage Narada comes in and he tells the story to Rukmani Devi of how Pradyumna came into how Pradyumna is her long lost son, and how he was found in the belly of a fish and brought in here by Mayavati, and Mayavati is his wife. So when they heard that, everyone was very delighted, and they started welcoming him with so much pleasure and with all the festivities. Even the citizens were astonished, and they were happy that he was back. And then Prabhuji,
That's it.
yeah,
that's it.
yeah, but
We will see the picture once more. I sent you this picture today. Correct?
Yeah.
This is the picture. Here it is. You all can see.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Here is this is his Mayavati, his wife, and she's a Devata, Anna. So she is beautiful like Apsara, correct? And this is the cook. One cat is also here. I don't know why they made the cat Shisha. Huh?
Because the fish is there, so the cat will be there.
Where the
Cutting the fish.
anyway, one's kitchen it can be there, but devotee's kitchen cat cannot be there. Then you cannot offer the food, correct? Anyway, here meat
Yeah.
and cooks all dirty and dirty things will also be there. So there's all some laddus being made. And you see he's so happy, just like Krishna is so happy when he is born, है ना? Okay. Okay. Now he has a blessed being born through Krishna. He is blessed in him. Okay. Chalo, Preeti, any questions today? Hare Krishna. Nupur Mataji, any questions? It's clear? Whole pastime?
So Prabhuji, I just wanted to make it clear. So when he was burned to ashes by Lord Shiva, and he went into Vasudev, meaning he went into Sri Krishna. That is why he was born through Sri Krishna in this material world.
Where you added that? He went to Vasudeva.
Huh?
It doesn't say that.
Prabhuji, what happened?
Okay, he was merged in the body of Vasudeva. Yeah, correct. And begotten.
One second,
Yeah, you are correct, Nupur. You're correct.
Yeah.
I
So
think
that is why he was born to Sri Krishna in the material world.
on to Sri Krishna. That is his good fortune. Devatas are all devotees of Vishnu, correct?
Yes.
So when Shiva, Shridhara, Shiva,
Yeah, bro.
Shiva cannot give you mukti from this material world, correct?
Yeah, bro.
But by his killing, you can get Brahma Jyoti sometimes.
But I don't know.
How is it after being Vasudeva, he is joining the body of Vasudeva? Maybe he was a devotee of Vasudeva, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Must
Yes,
have.
Prabhuji. He
All
was.
devas are devotees.
Yeah.
He was cleaned of his sin by killing by Lord Shiva. They were trying to trick Shiva, and Shiva becomes very easily gets angry. He said, "What? I want to throw arrows." He burned him by third eye, maybe. He's finished. So, but the anger is also so by blessing of Lord Shiva or by his devotion to Krishna, somehow it merged with the body of Vasudeva, and Vasudeva made him take a birth as his son when Krishna came in this world. You know.
Why was he burned to ashes by Lord Shiva? I think he was trying to break his meditation or something like that.
We were
I can't remember this.
Yeah.
Srisha,
Actually, this meditation was taking place. Actually, he was in meditation. Shiva was in meditation, and there was actually he was asked to marry to Radha's daughter, that Parvati. That's why that it was an arrangement made. Actually, they send all demigod. They send Manmata actually to disturb his son. His this tapas. Actually,
So that he wakes up and gets married to Parvati.
when he opened his third eye, that we burnt to SS.
Yeah, I think Cupid was sent by the demigods to do this.
Yeah,
That's what I remember.
the marriage has to take place actually.
Yes.
Shiva Parvati.
okay.
So I think he went for a good cause. That's why he was blessed.
Yeah.
Okay. Because they needed some Devata Kartikeya to fight, no?
Yeah. They wanted Ganesh and yes,
Kartikeya, not
That's
Ganesh.
right.
Kartikeya. Okay. Chalo, wonderful. Thanks, everyone. Today, little tired. Although you'd have gone for one more story. Today
Yeah,
was somehow I remember.
No problem, bro.
No, sometimes what happens, festival time, I forget there is a class. We just get lost. But today, I just quit myself. Today, I took Isha took a heavy class, banged everybody. Come on time, 6:30. Sunday program at 8:30. All come at 8. What is this? We can't do program 8 to 10. Should all come at 6:30. Usan, Shreya, Dhairya. They should be very enthusiastic in spiritual life. Correct? Try to keep once a week good time. Then we'll learn so many things. Hai na? Today was good. I said we should be like this. Everybody should come on time and attend. Chalo. Hare Krishna, Nupur. Thanks for joining.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Preeti. Nupur, Janmashtami dates are out. Plan out if it is possible. You can combine something.
I wish, Prabhuji.
July, there is August, there is September. Or online for you. You can join online.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. See you next week.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.